How's it going, and welcome to another podcast. This time I'm bringing you game 2 of XOR versus Larke, Terran versus Zerg on Cloud Kingdom. So this is game 2. First game, Larke maybe had the resources but didn't quite invest in the army in time to deny the mass Hellion harass. If he would have transitioned to something else, maybe took the third maybe faster and took advantage of the cross position, then he could have weathered the storm of the Hellions and might have quite successfully countered, considering, well, there was a third base in go, so XOR had a very long downtime planned after that harassment happened. So there we are on Cloud Kingdom. It's all going to be about the positioning here, as we all know. And here we go. So Overlord's already moving quite across, of course, because it's a two-player map. And we'll see, we've already got the supply depot going down in the first. So really curious as to see what these guys are going to do. They are near diamond level, so don't really adhere to maybe most of the tactics you might be used to in these maps. Here comes the drone. We've got 13. And already, is he saving up for a pull, or is he going for an expansion? That would be, he's just scouting with that drone. And still nothing, so 250, so yeah, he's gonna go for that 2-hatch, which might be dangerous. But is he? I don't know. Yeah, there you go, there's the drone. It happened, don't worry, nobody panic. ACV barracks is up, so nothing special here. The drone's made it in. He's just going to scout everything he needs to. Coming in now. And sees that the OC is just going up. No refinery as of yet, as is normal. First Marines out right now. I don't see a spawning pool yet, so we are going to see what a third hatch. So a bit of an old school play here. Haven't caused many of these games on this map, but I'm guessing that's quite normal then, to save up 400 minerals and then do nothing. Quite normal indeed. And then supply locking yourself on 18, probably also normal. You're scaring me, Larke. Are you doing? Oh, he's got an offensive extractor going on. That's probably all of his attention being drained into that. But all right, do something with your minerals. Yes, he did. He did do something with his minerals. He planted a spawning pool. And there we are. The hatch is done, and here is that third hatch. Straight off. So really there is an SCV scooting around, but he didn't spot that third. He must know something's up though, considering there's nothing else here except for a spawning pool still forming and the expansion just going up. We've got command center also going up here, so a bit of a macro play happening. But if, well, I don't know, in the first game XOR already had some Marines there he could have done some damage with if he wouldn't have gone Overlord hunting, because there were no combat units whatsoever on the ground. But we'll see what happens here. The expansion is almost done, so we've got 2 against 2-hatch versus 3-hatch, I mean, versus 2 command center. The little bit of a supply block there from Larke, but nothing too serious, I hope. He is building that Overlord. Still waiting a little bit, so quite unfortunate blocking that Queen for that long. But he's got a good saturation on his drones here, and that third hatch now about to pop. Alright, so second OC. There we've got all of the barracks coming up, already producing a lot of Marines. So that is going to be some Marine-centered push here. That Overlord sees all and knows what's coming, so he might want to time this a bit. Well, he doesn't have metabolic boost research yet. He's got the gas for it though, so we should see that momentarily, because he's got some slow links moving towards the flank, and we've got the spine crawler here moving that back door into the 4th. Many Marines, and no sign that he's going to stop. So 2 refineries, 4 refineries, all of them suddenly, so it's done with the no gas build. But is he going to do anything offensive for that, or just going to keep that for defense there to any push, but that's not going to happen so far. Here comes the Queen. The spine crawlers everywhere. Overlord there scouting a little bit as well. And here we go. We've got the Marines moving out. The Overlord's seen it. So here comes the preparation. Overlord in position on the ramp here as well. We really, really need some more here than just the spine crawler and these Zerglings. In production, we can see 4 more Zerglings, but that's not... This is going to be quite ugly if that is all that's going to be here. That's a lot of Marines, but they're in a single file. That's very dangerous. Not really well micro at all. Second spike roll is going to go down right there. But look at that. Just going around, avoiding that spike roll. A bit more Zerglings now. Just at that. 24 Zerglings on the way. So if he wants to do any damage with these Marines, he'll need to do it very soon indeed. But staying there behind that mineral line isn't going to accomplish much. He's now got in range of the hatchery. The Zerglings are out. He doesn't have speed yet. So that hatchery, he might actually... He's going to go for Banelings. He's going to wait for it. And that's going to spell doom for that. Oh, no! Splat, splat. He's got that in the little corner. It's going to cost a lot of Zerglings. The Marines are still there. 500 health left, but there's a couple of Banelings, and that's going to clean that up just in the nick of time. Splat, splat, and there you go. There's your Marine offense. But in the meantime, we can see... already the Terran 2 base fully operational. Everything's going. We've got both Stimpack and combat shields being researched. We've got Marines pouring out everywhere and 2 factories on the way. So this is exactly the position. Well, the damage, the economic damage, and the forcing of building all of the Zerglings. There are 34 Zerglings being built now and a lot of Banelings. So we are going to see a Baneling bust. And I don't think these supply depots will mean much. And of course Zor, who's already played the game, is asking me things on chat. So I should really put myself on do not disturb. There you are. So just in a time for the Banelings, the Zerglings needs to be careful. There's a lot of crap here, but I don't think it's going to be enough. There's a lot of Banelings going straight for the bunker. Shouldn't go for the bunker though, but that's okay. He's in. Everything's dying here, and is there enough? He can close his door, but he's going to lose all of the SCVs at his expansion. This is quite terrible. The door doesn't close, and he's in the base with unupgraded Hellions. Can he do enough damage? There's a lot. The Zerglings now getting caught in the mineral line. That's a mistake that a lot of Zerg players do. The Zerglings are going to get cleaned up, but in terms of workers, more Zerglings now streaming in. Salvaging on the bunkers is, of course, going to give him 75 minerals that he probably desperately needs to replenish his SCV forces there. And just Zerglings pouring in from everywhere. Just all Zerglings. And now some drones. Now he's done the damage. I don't know. Zor maybe overextended what he had in those Marines in the advantage there. But now his production is still going up. He is, well, Zor doesn't have quite as much banked as a Zerg now, who's already expanding to a 4th and has got, well, alright saturation on that second base there. Oh, unfortunate positioning. He needs to be, yeah, can't engage on that. But losing those Hellions needlessly, he really needs to save everything he's got. The orbital command up there. Now going to go back, but it's going to take a long time. Well, he can mule that out pretty easily because there's a lot of energy there, but Zerglings now going around the back, which leads, of course, to this expansion here. But nothing's going to happen there. The 4th is almost up. Let's see, in terms of... We've got the Bane, now the layers up. So, yeah, he invested heavily in those Zerglings. And not a lot of drones here. And he really needs to be careful here. Because in terms of units, let's see. Well, 55 drones. Yeah, he's definitely in lead. Because all the other bases are actually quite saturated. Oversaturated even. Yeah, he's now moving some to harvest the gas here. There we go, the Hellions are coming out, still not Blue Flame Hellions, because he probably knows there's only transition. There are more Zerglings waiting around the map here, so map control firmly in the grip of the Zerg here. But look at that, we've got Marines, 1-1 Marines with combat shields and Stimpack and everything that Terran wants. Now I've got that factory going up here as well. We've got the tanks, we've got more pouring out. And the base fully operational yet again, so, well, no, not very saturated there. But Zor, if he wants to stay in this game, he needs to push out quickly. And the Overlord there still spotting the exact size of his army there. If we can look at the view here, you can see he's got a perfect view of what was happening. You can also see he's already taking care of that refinery again. But still, in terms of units, let's see here, army-wise, really Terran in the lead. And this is, again, a common mistake. A Terran on T base is as dangerous as Zerg on 3 base. Certainly if you don't keep pressuring him. There's a lot of Zerglings, and I'm guessing a massive Baneling bus coming up here soon. There's a lot of Zerglings indeed. All massing together, but that's not going to work against this ball here, especially not with the tanks, and they have the siege mode already researched. So whatever damage the timing push did, I think, has passed. Another Baneling bust is going to happen. The door is going to be reinforced by some supply depots. And there we go, we've got the rocks going down again under the watchful eye of the... that's just so sloppy having that Overlord there just to spot everything. And here comes the push. And let's see, so a lot of Zerglings everywhere strategically positioned across the map, so they can pincer this rather easily. Going to run straight into that group there, the tank siege. And yeah, Larke not going to engage, but needs to be careful, because all needs to be careful not to leave his tanks there behind, because that might prove to be very dangerous indeed. He can't afford to lose this army. He needs to destroy. He needs to trade. He can't afford to lose another battle here. And here comes the Baneling bus. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, just in the nick of timing, but raises the the supply depot is going to ram through there. The tank is there. The Banelings and that little flank isn't going to do nearly as much damage, but does succeed in causing the entire army to retreat. And this is not good for Xor, because he needed to kill at least a single base, because that fourth is up now. And a fifth probably soon to follow. We've only got a lair going now. We've got more upgrades, plus 2 upgrades now. And there goes the hive. And let's see. So taking that that third even for him. But that's going to be in the grasp of these Zerglings. He'll need to station all of his army there. And he's not actually... There's no tanks here. The tanks are still in the front. And they're rather unprotected actually. Especially for a Zergling attack, they could swamp that. There you go, finally going to take care of that Overlord that's been spotting him for like the entire fucking game. Zergling still positioned. Another glob here. And in terms of army count, look at that, Zerg's caught up. And now that third base is going to go in. It's going to be a planetary fortress, so I don't know. It will take something more than just these Zerglings, and here come the Infestors. Just as I say that, those Infested Terrans can take care of that planetary fortress rather easily. But now, it's a bit of a problem here. Zerg doesn't want to engage, and he's right not to. Oh, look at that. That's a giant barrack block here. That's going to deny that front door for any more Baneling attempts. And here, Zor's going to try, but I'm afraid he's going to get caught off guard, and he's probably going to lose the planetary fortress if he's not careful now. Because there's a lot... Really? If he positions the tanks right, he can catch most of those Zerglings off guard. But he needs to get the spot off first. This is going to be dangerous indeed. Zerg is really, really far ahead. He's got those 4 bases running, almost got his main mine down. Boom, boom, boom. That's exactly what he needed to do. Tanks in position, forcing the Zerg to retreat, but not enough damage done to that mass of Zerglings. You really need some more Hellions, actually. Blue Flame Hellions would really come in handy, and I'm hoping he's producing those, but he's just producing tanks out of those 2, and he's not got enough AoE. He's going to get caught off guard. The Zerglings now get spotted by the planetary fortress. The door is still open, getting a little bit blocked. And those Zerglings are going to wreak havoc that they shouldn't have. They should not have been here. Very, very dangerous mistake. The door upstairs now is closed. Going to lose that tank. Did not siege. And here's the entire army again. So, Larke again forcing Xor to cancel his push. And that's not what you want. 20 minutes into the game. whereas Zerg is just taking his 5th. Still 1-1 on those upgrades, whereas our dear friend the Zerg has got 2-2 and counting. Already had that hive and is already working on +3/+3. Yeah. Not really looking good. So 200 supply worth of banelings and zerglings that could vaporize rather easily, but I just don't see it happen anymore. Got a lot of medivacs, but banelings don't care about medivacs. They eat them alive. You need some more hellions to at least get a dent in there, so something more than just what is here. But we'll see. Here comes the engagement. Oh, no, we're not. We see the creep is already spread there. He's just too scared. He's just too scared that a flank will happen, but now the flank is just the entire map. Zerg army spread everywhere. A lot of banelings though, so they're quite throwaway units, but look at all the hatcheries here. Enough to replenish. Actually, not real macro hatcheries, just the 4, the 5, the 5th now up, but no queen on it yet. Again, gonna try another angle, but this time he should not waste this 8,000, almost 9,000 minerals in the Zerg army right now. Most of it banelings, yes. But that's a lot of banelings, and that's a lot of Zerglings. 2-2 now. Fuxor. And the key here is to position those tanks. If he doesn't get a good positioning off, he's gonna probably nuke. Yeah, already seen it. Already spotted. Here comes the army. There's already a couple of Vikings here. Boom. The tanks are not well positioned. They are not good. They are full force in front. The Marines need to relocate. Oh dear. And there's the counter. And the door's not closed. And this is quite painful. That's only a very small contingent. The Zerg force is going to wreak havoc. Zor now needs to push. And I don't think he can make the base trade. He really can't. Here he goes. Severely out of position army. Oh god, and here comes the lag of banelings. The tanks are there, but not in time, are they? Ah! Losing a lot of his army. GG coming from Store. But that's the danger with banelings. He did lose a lot. Those tanks were in position on the cliff, but just not enough. All of the infest is still there. 7,000 minerals in the bank. But there you go. That's what you get when you don't push a Zerg and just let him expand. Anyway, onwards to game 3.